Hello, my stamping friends. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. But in any event, if you are joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you've joined me. And if you're joining me through YouTube or through Facebook and you're watching it on a replay, just make sure that you do realize that it was part of a live YouTube that I have done. So now, in any event, I'm so glad. Make sure that you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you be a part of my Facebook group because with that way, and the links will all be down below, and with that way, you'll get notified every time that I go live on YouTube and on Facebook. In any event, tonight being Thursday, it's my What Now series. It's basically where I take something from the studio, something that's in the catalog, and we're going to play with that. And I'm going to show you maybe a different way than what was possibly intended. In any event, I am actually going to move this right down so that we have the big screen, so I don't forget to do that. So we're going to make another masculine card, and that was not the intention, trust me. When I first thought of this, I was thinking to myself, I was thinking to myself, we're going to do a flower card. Well, guess what? It just didn't turn out that way, but that's okay because you can always use masculine cards, right? So we are going to be using He's the Man Designer Series paper, and also He's All That, the stamp set. But the thing tonight with the What Now series is the masking tape. Have you seen this masking tape? It comes in a package of 12, and they're 5x7 sheets, and they're found on page 149 of the annual catalog. So found right here. I know it's kind of a hidden jewel, but trust me, you're going to love this once you really get going on this. We're having a technique class on Saturday, and they're going to be playing with some masking paper, but not really that much. But I want to show you a couple things with this masking paper. Like I say, it comes in 12 of them per pack. I've got some of this out already. Crinkle, crinkle. Anyways, so let me just pull one of those out. Now, one thing you need to know with this masking paper is there is a thing where it's been separated, which makes this is the back side. Just to let you know, the side that's there, it's a shinier side. And then this is a dull paper side. This is the side that you're actually going to turn around and you are going to stamp on. And that's what you're going to use as the mask. Oh, Dolores. Oh, in any event, I hope that your eye is getting better there. So I don't know if you have joined me through my Facebook group. I do not know who you are because I don't have the other apparatus going because I don't want to pull and not have proper internet. In any event, let's get back to the masking paper. You're always going to use this part here is going to be acting as the mask, but it's the dull side, the paper side that you're actually going to be stamp on. So I'm going to show you how that works. All right. So let's bring in some of the stuff that we're going to do. We're going to be using some of this designer series paper. Excellent paper for a masculine card. But, you could also, if you like Cajun Craze and this happens to be Sahara Sand and the Early Espresso, that works well. You could use it for any kind of a card, actually. So I have my paper pack already cut here. And I'm hoping that I'm not going to lose some stuff on it. So I'm just going to, all right. And I should have maybe gone with Sahara Sand, but I really wanted the more crumb cake type look to it. Now, when I went and I cut these, I used this and I used the decal rectangles. Have you seen these things? Amazing. Very subtle, the decal part on there, but it kind of just takes away from that starkness of just cutting a straight line. Okay, and the colors that we're going to use tonight are going to be Crumb Cake. We're going to have Early Espresso and also Cajun Craze. Now, I know I have said this already, but there is an embossing kit in the new annual catalog, and it has tweezers on it. I don't have any of my stuff from the annual catalog. Mine is stuck at the border. For some reason, they've made an error, and there's actually a few of us that have our orders stuck there, and they've been there since the 3rd of January. So anyways, everybody knows I like embossing, but guess what? We're just going to use the tweezers on this particular card, and you'll understand in a second. All right, so we're using He's All That, and we're going to actually use this car one here, and I've already taken it out. And then we're also going to use the Biggest Wish. This, you'll see that it's going to really lend well to what I'm going to do tonight. All right, and we also have the Stamparatus. And the reason being for that is because I just want to make sure that it stamps correctly back in the right spot. And we'll decide on the embellishments in a bit. All right, so what I want to do first of all with this is I want to come in and I want to do a bit of sponging on it. I don't want it to be this stark, very vanilla on there. So I'm just coming in with that, and I'm just going to use my blending brush. Remember to use the lid and get some of that ink off. Now, this is the beauty of the deckled rectangles. I love how it picks up right along the edge, makes it just a little bit darker, and I really like that. I don't know, I think it's a really neat technique, or a really neat, not a technique, but a really neat effect that you get with the deckled rectangles. All right, so we've got that sponged, and I'm going to need this in a bit, but we'll just close it for now. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to take this stamp and I want to stamp this particular card, but I do not want this small little happy birthday on the top part of it. So what I'm going to do, or what I've done, is I've just taken this piece and I've taken some memento, and I've just basically stamped it onto that dull side, not the shiny side, the dull side of my masking paper. So I'm just then going to go in and I'm just going to cut this off. So remember, I don't want that happy birthday. So what we're going to do is we're going to mask that off. And that's the beauty of this particular masking paper. You can't get away with doing this with your Post-it notes, because it's just not sticky enough, the Post-it notes. And the Post-it note tape doesn't work as well. All right, so I've got this little piece here. Now I want to turn it over, and I know this seems a little tedious, but trust me, you're going to like the effect that you get with it. So I'm just going to take that off. Let's see. There. And then I'm just going to come across here, and I'm going to tape on that happy birthday right onto my stamp, just like so. Now I don't want it to be I don't want to cut off the top of that car. I don't want that part, so let me just move that. There we go. So it sticks right down onto the stamp. And then I'm going to come in with my Cajun Craze. And I'm just going to stamp the stamp. And it's because this is the paper side, remember what's happening is that paper's absorbing that ink. And then this is where the tweezers come in, unless you want to take it off and get your hands all dirty. But all I'm going to do is just take this off. And now, make sure I put that in the garbage correctly. I want to make sure I don't have any halo on here. So Just bear with me. I'm just going to come in and make sure I don't have a halo. Now, I guess I could have come in and taken that off, but no matter what you do, if you clean your stamp and then stamp and clean that part off, it really doesn't work that well. Trust me. All right, so we're just going to go ahead, and I think I'm going to put that about, well, I want to get it in the middle, so right about there. Okay, so no happy birthday on it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my Stamparatus, and I am, now it's photopolymer stamp set, so you have to be really, really careful because they stick on there. Now I've kind of marked where this should go. I'm going to just check it before I do it. Put that up there. Let's put this down here. And I'm going to just see if I've got that kind of in the middle, or do I have to bring that over just a bit? There we go. There, that'll work. All right, so now what I want to do, I have a pad underneath here. I want to come in with my crumb cake. Now, my crumb cake is quite dark, and the reason being for that is because I've re-inked it. So I'm just going to ink that up. And we're just going to stamp that like that. Come in with our Chucky. Remember, whoops, that doesn't look like that's going to stamp. Darn it. Just hope I've got this in the right spot. Let's try that again. Then I'm going to come in with my Chucky and make sure I've got that down there really good. There we go. And then, now, if you ask what a Chucky is, just go on onto my YouTube, and you can basically Google a Chucky, and I give you the instructions on how to make one of these. All right, so we have this like this. I want to clean that stamp off. I especially do not want any to go up there. All right. Now, this is where I think the magic comes in. So what I did was I went and I took 1/4 inch strips of this masking paper. So I'm just going to take this off like this. And I'm going to try to get this even. And I'm just going to cut this one off. This is so cool what you can do with this paper. You can take off parts. I actually, I was going to use another stamp, that bouquet of thanks that we're actually using for a technique class. And then I thought, nope, I'm going to just use something totally different. And that's why how this card came about is just going to actually see how good that sticks on there? Now, it's not reusable at this point. So I also do not want that to get on there. So you know what? Honestly, I'm just going to take that happy off. And now what I can do is I am using Early Espresso. Now, is that straight? It's not quite straight. No, and it really wouldn't matter if it isn't. There we go. So I'm just going to take my Early Espresso. We're going to ink this up really good. And because it's that paper side, not the shiny side, that paper is absorbing it. Take those tweezers again. Just putting that into my garbage, right away into my garbage, so that I don't have to worry about it. And now let's go in with our Stamparatus and our Chucky. And oh my goodness, you guys, take a look. Is that not cool? That is the coolest thing. Take a look. And like I say, it's so funny. When I start playing down here, some really weird things start happening. And this is what happened this afternoon, was when I went, oh, this will work great. In any event, I like that effect. I think it turned out really, really well. So just think, you can now take that that masking paper and do a lot of different things. And I'll just show you a couple of things. This one showed, I had happy upside down, if you can believe it. And then I did it kind of on an angle there. And see this one, I did it across here. So it's amazing the different things that you can actually do with this. Okay, so let's finish this card off. I have crumb cake. I'm going to use that as the base. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We'll fold that into the mountain there. And then I've got a piece of this designer series paper, and we're just going to put that right like that there. Oops. I think we're going to have issues with my glue tonight. Yeah. All right. I'm going to just put it down on its side. So that's the Cajun Craze one. So we're going to bring out the Cajun Craze from the card. I thought that I could use that Cajun Craze paper. If you've seen these trolls, you guys could report it. But it always seems when I do the thing. Oh, good morning, Kylie. How are you? Got to get the kids off to school, I'm sure, right? Anyways, then I'm going to put this piece down. Love it when Kylie, one of our Creativity Abounds design team, and Mishwari sometimes too joins on these evening lives. So if you are from Australia and you want to do the stamp camp, be sure to look up Kylie Swain, and she can offer that class to you as well. All right, so then this is just going to go here. So do we want to pop that up? Sure, let's pop that up because we can. Now, I'm thinking to myself, I should probably use the black because it's going on to the brown. So I'm going to just use my black dimensionals. Oh, and you know what? I should have. Oh, dear. I can't very well do that now, and I meant to do it. But you know what? I can do this, is I can take this, and let's use this twine. And we're just going to wrap it around just to give a bit of something on there. Actually, we can bring it up in between the two of them there. Let me try that again. All right. Let's just put that there. Now, there is a way that you can also, if you don't get this twine that tight, and I don't think I'm going to this time, I'll show you a really neat trick just to get it so that it's tight and it's not loose on the front of the card. Okay. Oops. There we go. Just now, if you want that tighter, what you can do is, one, we could put it onto that dimensional and do it, or else you could come in with your tear and tape, and I'll just show you how that works. We can just go like that, and we can tighten that up, and I think I will. Don't see the back anyways, right? There we go. All right. Let's come in and use our take your pick tool. I had one here. There we go. So, like I say, this is one different way of using the masking paper. You could also use it to hold your dies down. But why not use it for masking? Because I could have shown you regular masking that we could have done as well. All right, and then I have a piece of this paper here, and I'm just going to actually put it, oh, it's a little bit too long. So let me just come in with my trimmer here. And we'll just trim that down to 4 inches. You know what? Let's do it 3 3/4 then. And then we'll just put that down there. Just give it a little bit of something on there. Okay, so if you like this, make sure that you do give me the thumbs up. Also, make sure that you share my video. If you're on my Facebook page, you can share my video. Give me the thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Oh, and we do need to put some embellishments on there. So I could use the rustic metallic dots, which are brand new in the annual catalog. Or I could turn around and use these brush metallic adhesive back dots. But I think these ones will go better with this. Now I got them on the back there. So let's just bring in there. So let's see. There, and we'll put a couple down here. And one here as well. There we go. So there's my card. Oh, thank you. Yes, you've got to make sure that you use what you've got in your stash, right? So like I say, this is giving you one idea. So what did we do with the masking paper? We turned around and we masked off the top of this. We put some masking paper right over top of this happy birthday because I didn't want the happy birthday to show there. And then when I put this onto the Stamparatus, which I'll just show you again, I turned around and put 1/4 inch strips directly right onto the stamp. So it just shows you there's a lot of different things that you can do with the masking paper. So like I say, I hope you like that. Make sure that if there's anything that you want me to show you in the What Now series, make sure that you do reach out. Let me know what I can show you, different ways of using it. I do have some ideas, but it just almost like, I don't know. I tend to change my mind kind of at the last minute. Like I say, this was supposed to be a floral. Far cry from a floral, right? In any event, you guys, join me on Saturday morning, 10 o'clock Pacific time. That's when I do my weekly card sketch. I think we're on number 108. In any event, join me then. And, oh, here we got these trolls again. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I can block them, but I can't report them. You guys have to report them. It's awful. This is just awful. Anyways, I'm going to block them. I think they're coming out as a bunch of different people. In any event, thank you so much for joining me. And we will talk again on Saturday. Have a great evening. Bye for now.